Yes guys, it's your boy K-Wizzy. We're back with another video today. We're just going to be chatting about why Miners Haven will never go mainstream in my personal opinion. We'll be breaking this down into 4 sections of this video. Number 1 being the normal player base. You know, the average Joe just plodding along. Number 2 will be the dark side to Miners Haven, and you know what, in Roblox in general. For number 3, we're going to have the updates / lack of updates until just recently, but we're going to touch on that. And 4 being favoritism towards toxicness. You see, the normal player base is genuinely good. I see loads of people helping out at lower lives, and I've definitely made a lot of in-game friends through helping and being helped myself. Don't get me wrong, there's always a bunch of bad apples when you arrive at a game, and no matter what the game is. This game's called Miners Haven, and the amount of toxic people in this haven, it doesn't make it a haven. It makes it a pretty awful experience to play, especially if you don't know what you're doing. For example, there's a game mechanic in Miners Haven called a shout system or a megaphone system. What this does is, when you apply this, you send a shout and it will reach every person in Miners Haven at one time. So everyone that's playing will receive your message. I do love the shout mechanism though. Anyone can reach anyone at any time, anywhere. It's pretty mad. I mean, you join a lobby and you don't know what to expect from the shouts. 1 minute is someone trolling, 1 minute is someone asking for help, next minute is someone spamming random stuff. Like, it's just crazy. But in this situation, somebody had gone over to the shouts to ask for some help. Now, when he asked for some help, I thought I would sit back and let everyone else help him. Then at this stage, I've seen testers and other people that are, you know, supposed to be high up in this game, supposed to be helping the people, trolling this guy really bad, like quite bad, you know, not even just saying one thing, like 4 or 5 people all spamming things at him, right? So then instinctively I've just felt bad, you know. I've shouted back, I've said, yes bro, what you saying, I'll help you build a setup. Now, you know, I expected it, they come flooding for me or whatever. Now that don't bother me at all, but what does bother me is when you retaliate and say something back. You know, I think I just said he was a D-rider. I think, like, obviously you can't even swear in Roblox, what the fuck. But yeah, I said he was a D-rider, because they're all just sheep, and that's all they do. I got banned for, I don't even know what this fucking number is, okay guys. I think this is like 800 million seconds or something, but that's besides the point. I got banned for shouts when they don't ever get banned, and I'll show some proof of what they've been saying, not only in Roblox, but they take this shit away from Roblox, where they're not censored at all. And don't get me wrong on this, I am no angel when it comes to this game. I've said things that, you know, are predominantly wrong in retaliation, but the best thing to do is not to say anything at all. That's something I struggle with quite a lot, because I don't like to shy away from when I'm being called out or whatever's going on. But the main problem with this game is these guys, just because, you know, they know people or whatnot, they feel like they've got more power over everyone else. And the thing is, they do. They're allowed to stay in these chat rooms. They're allowed to stay in shout mechanisms. They're allowed to stay doing exactly what they like to do. But as soon as someone else comes along and does it, they get issued an 800 million second ban. Like, yo. Now, we're going to get into MH100. MH100 is a big Discord server, predominantly about Miners Haven, mainly about Miners Haven. Now this has like 26,000 members. It is very big, there's a lot of active players in there, but mainly is ran and, you know, controlled by either testers or the main people that run Miners Haven. Now when I joined this group chat, K-Wizzy Gaming jumps into this group chat. The first thing that I say is, hey guys, you know, I want to find people that are better than me to help me build a certain type of setup, you know, give me some good advice. Little did I know, these guys already knew who I was, they didn't like who I was, and they predominantly hated the fact that I blew open some sort of thing that they was trying to keep secret. I was on the back foot already, and I didn't know it. I was so confused about why I was not liked in the community of MH100. I turned to someone that I thought was a real good person in the community. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He's a great builder. And this is just what he said to me. So what he was getting at was, stop making videos and you might get a little bit more support. But then I really weighed up my options there and thought, you know what, these guys who I've never gained any support from are telling me to stop my videos where I get all of my support. The last thing that I'm going to talk about with MH100 is the reason why I got banned. One of the people that I helped on Roblox has come over to me onto Discord and explaining to me how a few people are actually being proper horrible to him, like ganging up on him, if you like. They were referring to his passed away father. Now, that is a really, really bad subject. You don't really talk on the dead at all, okay? If you don't have anything good to say about the fallen, you don't speak about them at all. It's just a number one rule, okay? And these were constantly, breaking that rule. But it weren't just that, you see. Because he was associated with me, they were saying stuff like, oh, K-Wizzy fans this, K-Wizzy fans that. Genuinely just being and showing obsessive behaviour. Another one being some guy called Payload. He's a really good builder in his own rights, but the geezer's so far up his own arsehole, he won't see the light of day for the next 2 years. He genuinely thinks he's God walking on earth, and he's not. And the fun fact is, you can see by all of these messages what kind of person this guy is. And to be honest with you, is expected from a 17-year-old boy. But come on, have a bit of respect for yourself, mate. Now, I have no clue what goes on inside MH100 these days, but I sometimes get tagged in little things that say, oh, you live rent-free in their minds, they're always talking about you, yada, yada, yada. Okay, we're going to go over to the update side of the game now. We've had enough of the people inside. We're just going to chat about the updates now. For a long time, though, Miners Haven has been really suffered for a lack of updates. And when I say that, I don't mean stuff like event updates like Halloween, Easter, Christmas, but what I mean is like item updates, physics updates, any updates other than just the basic ones. The testers do a great job right now of making the updates come out on time and perfectly well. That's one thing I can say good about the testers. I mean, when you think back to how it used to be 6 months ago, the game was just boring at that point. All it was just grinding lives and trying to get a faster rebirth time. The amount of people that genuinely fell out of touch with that game just because of the lack of updates is crazy. I mean, it's been like 10 years since the game's been out. And I mean, people have still been waiting for Third Sacrifice. I know dudes that have been having kids while waiting for Third Sac. This is crazy. But a lot of players have fell out of touch predominantly because of the lack of updates, because there's not enough item changes or anything that they can gather up themselves to think, yo, I'm going to give that another go. I really think that the fundamental part of this game is genuinely helping people and not being a toxic little dickhead. If you want to do that, go over to Call of Duty or something. When you're in Miners Haven, you're chilling, help people. That's what it's all about, because if you help someone that's a lower life, they're going to pump more hours into the game and promote your game more. Not when you just hate it and da-da-da. They're never going to grow Miners Haven if they just keep it the way it is. And half of the toxicness comes directly from the testers. And the testers are employed, if you like, by the developers. So it's fucked up from the top down. The testers did do a great job of the update though. Even felt great on mobile. But the only problem is with mobile now, I'm struggling to build because they changed something to do with Summit. When I try click an item, it won't let me click it fully. It's weird. So I'm not 100% sure what they've done there. Hopefully they can get that fixed. And do you know what's crazy? Mainly adults play this game because of how complex it is. You won't ever really see a kid playing this. Even though it's on a kid's platform, it's super complex. And this ties in as well why it couldn't be a mainstream game alongside with the promotion from the testers and developers. If it was promoted properly and people was guided in the right directions, this game would have a hell of a lot more reach. And this brings me to my last point, of just getting accepted for being toxic. These guys, they get accepted for being toxic. As far as I know, I don't know if any of them have been banned for what they've said. They're still roaming around in the group chats, just saying whatever they want. None of them have been banned from shouts, and I don't really care about all that kind of stuff. But what I care about is just how it's accepted in the way of it's not mentioned with them. With me, it's mentioned. With other people, that's connected with me, it's mentioned. But the people that point fingers are in glass houses. And I feel like this is just a stone to just smash straight through it, because they're not the people that you want running the game. I think it needs to be cleansed from the outside in. I just want to say my bad to the people that have unsubscribed to me while my videos were not working, not even up. What happened was, I broke my phone, had to get a new one. But when I got my new one, I forgot what my email was for this account. So I'm back now. I hope this reaches out to you. And I just want to say thank you for watching the video. And if you want to join an actual Discord server, I'll pin the link in my comments. And see you all there.